You betcha, sweet patootie. I'm your host. Hello, New Year's Eve. If you're listening to this on the day that it drops, how good. Well, welcome everyone to the final show of 2024. For those of you watching on YouTube, a little casual today. Normally, I'm dressed up in business attire because that's how I roll. But today I've got the Amsterdam University t-shirt on. It's a bit casual. Can you feel it? The end of the year, that unique energy of the year wrapping up, a mix of reflection and anticipation. It's a powerful moment and a chance to pause and think about where you've been and where you want to go. We all want to start the year strong, right? But here's the truth. Strength doesn't come from resolutions made at midnight. I've been there, I've done it, and usually you've had a few under the belt when you're doing it. It comes from the commitments we make to ourselves and the actions we take every single day. So here's how we're going to do it together. Grab a pen, grab a notebook, or just take a mental note because I want you to reflect on this. What are 5 things your best self would do or be in 2025? This isn't about creating a wish list or setting vague intentions. This is about commitments, decisions that will shape the way you show up for yourself, for your dreams, and for the people around you. 5 transformative actions. If you fully embrace them, they will transform your life in ways you can't even imagine. So before I break them down, remember in previous episodes from Mindy Lyons, and she talks about imposter syndrome. We don't have imposter syndrome around here because we just have our best self. We know what that is, don't we? You do. You know what that is. You know when you're eating right. You've done it before. You know when you're eating correctly. You know when you're getting enough sleep. On those times when you have and you wake up and you feel great, and you could listen to the Mindset Meditation app as you do that, feel even better. More about that later. But you know when you've had enough sleep and you feel good. You know when you've done some exercise and moved your body in whatever way works for you. You know that works. And when you've been outside and had some fresh air and been around nature and your environment, all these things. These are just little things that I just want to twig your memory with, because I know that you know what works for you to be your best self. So we're just going to talk about being your best self in 2025, how to rise and thrive in 2025, and that rhymes all year. Thrive and 25. Oh my God, it's going to be a big year. We're going to thrive in 25. So let's break down these 5 transformative ways to be your best self in 2025. Remember, take that mental note or write it down. Here we go. Number 1, your best self shows up every day. Not just on the good days, but on those tough days too. Look, life's messy. It's unpredictable and sometimes downright tough. But your best self doesn't hide. Your best self shows up. Your best self will face the day with resilience and courage on those days. You might not feel like going to the gym or having that difficult conversation or working on that project, but your best self does it anyway, because showing up isn't about motivation. It's about discipline. Every time you show up, you're sending a powerful message to yourself and the universe and the people around you. And the message that you're sending is, I am worth the effort. You goddamn are, that's right. Whether it's for your family, your career, or your dreams, being present is half the battle. As a friend of mine says, showing up is half the battle. Well, I just said that. Anyway, so make a promise to yourself in 2025, no matter what, I will show up. Just show up. Do it. Right, so that was number 1. Your best self shows up every day. Number 2, your best self invests in growth. Here's the thing about growth. It doesn't just happen. You don't wake up one day with new skills or a better mindset or a stronger work ethic. Growth is a choice and it often requires investment. Invest in yourself. I want you to promise me something. In 2025, you'll invest in yourself. Take that course, read that book, join that program, hire that coach, Sign up for that workshop. Whatever it is, do it. Because your best self understands that every investment in learning and self improvement pays dividends for the rest of your life. And I'm doing this as well. I'm not just telling you to do this. I've invested in learning. I've got a course ready that I'm going to do and invested in as soon as the new year starts. Karina Murphy, my coach, I've engaged her for the first half of the year. I'll have her coaching to help me be my best self next year. She's episode 3, I think, on the podcast. Amazing episode. I'm going to have her back in 2025. It's been too long. Shout out to you, Karina Murphy, you bloody legend. Your best self invests in growth. That's point 2. And this is what I'm going to do. And so I'm sharing this with you. So in an effort that you can either leverage off that, another great way of stealing what I'm doing, or make up your own. But don't make a big, massive list. Just a few things that your best self would do that you are going to aspire to be and do next year. Or if you're listening to this and it's already the new year, this year, no matter what year you're listening. So number 1, your best self shows up every day. Number 2, your best self invests in growth. Number 3, your best self puts people first. No matter what your ambitions, what your goals might be, your best self knows that people matter more. Relationships are the currency of a meaningful life. So nurture them. Call that friend you've been meaning to check on. Make time for your family, even when you're busy. Be kind. Remember that saying, it's better to be kind than right? So be kind, even when it's inconvenient. Listen when you're tempted to speak, and don't forget to celebrate others. Your best self understands that life's greatest joy isn't in what you achieve, it's who you share it with. It's who you share life with. In 2025, let people know that they matter. You'll be amazed how much richer your life becomes. If you wanted to expand on point 3, your best self puts people first, write down a list of those people that you're going to contact to say, hi, how are you going? Not because you want anything from them, just because you want to check in, see that they're okay, make that connection. A great friend of mine said not long ago, Johnny, let's go to a trivia night at the pub. Oh, that is so nice. He wanted to connect with me and have a chat and invited me. And it was so nice to get that invitation. And we went and we had a great time, the two of us. And we connected and reconnected, actually, because it's been a little while. And so this is an example of what happens. He put me first in that case because he wanted to reconnect with me. I do it all the time as well. I'm often calling people. And you know what I do? I text them. And I might text them, I'll say, I was just thinking of you. Wanted to say, hi, how you going? That's it. Because the truth is, I was just thinking about them. How often do you think about someone and then you don't take any action, you don't make the call, or you don't do the text? And we've got opportunities. If you're in the train, if you're in the coffee shop, if you're doing whatever, we're always in our goddamn phones. So when someone pops into your head, send them a text. Thinking of you. Hope everything's well. Everything's good here. Take care. So easy, so simple, means so much. That was number 1, your best self shows up every day. Number 2, your best self invests in growth. Number 3, your best self puts people first. Number 4, your best self embraces fear. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. You might have heard that. Things are never as intense as you think they are. When you face your fear, you go, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So fear isn't your enemy. It's a compass pointing you towards growth. How's that for a reframe? Your best self feels fear, but doesn't let it stop them. Instead, they step into it, knowing that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward despite it. So what scares you? Is it starting that new career, pursuing that dream, or confronting a personal challenge? Write it down. Fear often signals the very thing we need to do to grow. That's part of why I'm having Karina next year, because there was a few things that I avoided last time when she coached me, and I know I've got to face them. I'm a bit scared, and I'll let you know how I go through the year and give you more details. But that's part of the reason I'm facing the fear. I'm reconnecting with Karina, my coach, and I'm going to face those fears and go through them. So just commit to one small step towards what scares you. Doesn't have to be a massive amount of steps, one small step. I rang up Karina and I said, I'd like you to be my coach next year. That was the small step. And we're starting in a couple of weeks. So I did that small step, and then I've got a bit of time in between. And we're going to do some great work together. So fear, when it's faced, is the gateway to your biggest breakthroughs. You want to have a big breakthrough, a big 2025? Face those fears. Remember, number one, your best self shows up every day. Number two, your best self invests in growth. Number three, your best self puts people first. Number four, your best self embraces fear. Number five, your best self celebrates progress. Yes, of course. We're so busy trying to achieve. I know I've got lofty goals. I'm taking actions towards all of them. And you're always looking forward and taking steps forward. And sometimes you don't pause to celebrate those successes that you've had and go, oh my God, I did shows all last year in the podcast, and I'm up to show 55. That's amazing. You need to pause. And this time of year is a great time to pause and reflect on those successes that you had over the year. But don't wait until around New Year's time. You can pause and reflect on a regular basis and even on a daily basis and say, what are some of the progress I made today that I can celebrate? Your best self doesn't wait for perfection to celebrate. They honor the small wins, the baby steps, and the milestones along the way. Think about 2024 for a moment. Don't focus on what didn't happen. Focus on what did. Maybe you didn't hit every goal, but I bet there are moments you're proud of. Carry that energy into the new year. Gratitude and self-acknowledgement fuel momentum. How good's that? I'm going to say it again. Gratitude and self-acknowledgement fuel momentum. You would have heard it many times. Gratitude gives you access to greatness. Start 2025 with a mindset that progress, not perfection, is the goal. When you celebrate the small wins, you build the confidence and motivation to keep going. It's another tool that you can use, another way your best self would show up. So that was your best self celebrates progress. That was the fifth one. Do you remember what number one was? Your best self shows up every day. Number two, your best self invests in growth. Number three, your best self puts people first. And number four, your best self embraces fear. And the last one, the fifth way, is your best self celebrates progress. Now, imagine this. If you fully embrace just one of the 5 actions that I've talked about, what could your life look like this time next year? Now, imagine embracing all 5. This is your blueprint for starting 2025 stronger than ever. So as we close the chapter on 2024, take a moment to decide, who do you want to be next year? Remember my saying, we're human beings, we're not human doings. So who are you going to be? Because if you start with who you're going to be, that drives your actions, that drives what you're going to do, and that will also determine what you have. So instead of they'll do things to be something so I can have something, it's putting the be first. I'm going to be the way I decide to be. I'm going to be my best self, and this is a way to help you be your best self. I'm going to be my best self. That will drive my actions, what I do, and then I'll have what I'll have. Don't wait. Start now. Wherever you're listening to this, start now. Write those 5 things your best self would do, whether it's the ones that I've mentioned to you or you've got your own. Post them somewhere where you can see them every day, on a Post-it note, on your computer, in your wallet, somewhere, on your on the wall somewhere, whatever it is. Post them somewhere so you can see them every day, and that will help you see them, visualize them, and most importantly, that will help you live them. I'll leave you with this. You are your greatest investment. The strongest foundation you'll ever build is the one you lay today. Habit by habit, thought by thought, action by action. Thank you for being part of this incredible year with me in 2024. Here's to 2025, the best year yet. Let's make it extraordinary together. Let's rise and thrive in 2025. Now, the discount on my Mindset Meditation app is over now, but if you email me, john@johnmerkus.com, and say, John, I would love that meditation app, I will give you the code again and you'll have the discount. But you've got to reach out. That way I know you really want it and you can have it. I think it's $4, works out to be $4 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee a day. I bought a cup of coffee the other day. It was $5.50. So for less than a cup of coffee a day, you can have access to all my mindset meditation, and that will really kick you off in 2025. So talk about your best self invests in growth. For less than the price of a cup of coffee a month, you can show up as your best self in 2025. I love it. And so will you. So on the Mindset app, remember we've got the sleep enhancement guided meditation. You'll experience deep, restful sleep that rejuvenates both your mind and your body, accompanied by a lingering sense of calm that carries you into the next day. You'll wake up feeling refreshed, balanced, and ready to approach the day with a renewed energy and mental clarity. There's mindset shifts for positive growth. That's where you'll experience enhanced positivity and increased confidence in facing challenges, alongside a sustained ability to view setbacks as valuable opportunities for personal growth. This will empower you to make meaningful challenges in your outlook, cultivate inner strength, and approach life with a proactive, optimistic mindset. Got the stress and anxiety relief guided meditation. You can just pop that on whenever you're feeling a bit stressed. It goes for 15 minutes and I guarantee you'll feel better afterwards. You'll significantly reduce stress levels, leading to a calmer, more focused mind and an enhanced ability to manage emotional reactions during difficult situations. This meditation will help cultivate inner peace, resilience, and a greater sense of balance to support your mental health. Super important. Got the goal setting meditation. I know, can you believe it? You'll gain greater clarity on your personal goals and feel empowered by a structured plan of action, driving you towards consistent steps in achieving your dreams. You pop that on and you're actually taking steps towards your dreams. This meditation will instill a sense of momentum, motivation, and alignment between your thoughts, emotions, and actions, leading to sustained personal growth. I don't know, it's just gold. It's $4 a month. I know I keep saying it. It's pretty accessible. Maybe it's too accessible. Maybe it should be $400 a month. And the loving kindness meditation. Beautiful. You'll experience enhanced emotional well-being, a stronger capacity to regulate your emotions, and the ability to foster deeper, more meaningful connections with others. This meditation will help you create a supportive environment in both your personal and professional life. And look, I know it's my most popular one. It's been the meditation of the week for quite a while. It's the Millionaire Mindset Meditation. So you get a positive shift in financial thinking, increased confidence to pursue wealth building opportunities, and a resilient mindset that believes in the possibility of financial success. You must believe in it to get it. This meditation will help align your actions with a wealth-focused mindset, encouraging you to make choices that support abundance and prosperity in all areas of your life, not just financial. Coming soon is the optimistic and magnetic leadership meditation and plenty more. I've just recorded one where I'll tell you how great you are for 15 minutes. So you don't need to sit back or lie back and close your eyes and we do the body relaxation stuff first and then we get into the guided meditation and affirmations, which are totally awesome. This one you can put on in the car while you're walking anytime, and I'll tell you how great you are for 15 minutes. That's got to raise your well being. That's got to raise your state to something that's a bit higher when you've got someone in your corner, on your side, telling you how good you are. So that'll drop soon. Once you've subscribed to the app, as soon as a new recording is available, you get it straight away. So there's no waiting. And so you're just going to get more and more for the same price. I'd love you to get a hold of the Fluid Reality Mindset and Meditation app. People ask me all the time, how do I cultivate a mindset of greatness? This is one way to feed your conscious and subconscious in a way that truly makes a difference. I'm there with you. I'll be in your ears. We'll do it together. I listen to them as well. And I'd love to know how you go with them. And I'll give you the discount code if you email me, John at John Merkus, and say, I really want your Fluid Reality Meditation app. And you will get the discount for $4 a month. Oh my God. So there you go, Rise and Thrivers. It's been a wonderful, absolutamente wonderful 2024. We've had some amazing guests. We had 3 seasons. We're still in season 3 because I had a break between season 1 and 2 and there was something missing. I need to put out a weekly episode and then I feel great about it and I really want, so you get something out of it every week as well. It helps me majorly if you're a Spotify listener and you follow me, and if you give a 5-star review, that also helps me a lot. If you're an Apple kind of person and you're listening on Apple Podcasts, that's a subscribe, not a follow, but it doesn't cost anything, but that's a subscribe. And if you do me a favor and give me a 5-star review, that will also help. We'll get out to more people. We'll be able to affect more people together. It doesn't cost anything, and that's all that I ask of you. Have a great 2025. If you need anything, let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. I'll see you out there. Stay awesome. Rise and thrive in 2025.